Just put the fairy back in the box and stop looking up the skirt. There's nothing there anyway. Trust me, I've checked twice. Eh? Oh, we're on. Hello, everyone. Nobby Chafe here again, renowned poet, and as Melvin Bragg once described me, the Prince of Posy. Most kind. As we race towards the end of this challenging year, I received a Zoom call this afternoon from my friends on Facebook who were almost insisting that I put pen to paper and create another masterpiece for the fine folk on Facebook. And so here I am, Nobby Chafe, with another collection of my rhyming lines for this awful annum. Sit back, if you will, and enjoy these few rhyming verses. Today's poem is entitled 2020 Can Bugger Off. 2020 can bugger off. Fair to say, we've had enough. For some it's been a piece of cake, for others it's been quite tough. It was the year in which we piled on weight and drinking became excessive, where the news of doom and gloom was utterly depressive. Who'd have thought that back in March we'd be trapped at home for ages, with Boris telling us to stay at home and Rishi paying the wages? Wash your hands, stay apart, protect the NHS. The Queen, she said, will meet again after this ruddy, awful mess. The shelves were stripped of pasta and flour as the shoppers started to panic, squabbling over toilet rolls. It really was quite manic. I knew someone whose cupboards were full of quilted Andrex, pink and white, stockpiling in the bathroom in case the virus made them shite. The vulnerable were hiding, so the rate started sliding as the nation did what was right. But Cummings the arse gave himself a free pass, driving to Scotland to test his eyesight. Pillock. Every Thursday for the doctors and nurses, we'd gather outside as a nation. We'd clap our hands and sound our horns in a show of appreciation. We did the right thing, and before too long the R rate began to slide. Such a shame that, along the way, so many have sadly died. Daily briefings from Downing Street with rules that made no sense. The stream of constant changes, well, it made the country quite incensed. Poor old Boris, he succumbed to the virus and ended up in care, proving that nobody was safe and giving us all a scare. Now, in the meantime, over the pond, President Trump was blaming China, hugging his fans without a mask at a rally in Carolina. Not long after, he caught it himself, but reassured us in a speech that he'd make a full recovery by injecting himself with bleach. Silly ass. Eat out to help out, with 2 meters space, that's what we were encouraged to do. And as we did with the cases rising, we were plunged into lockdown too. Form a bubble, they said, and then within days, the rules changed again and again. Not knowing our arse from our elbow, it drove us utterly insane. In the midst of all this chaos, an unknown hero came along. He walked his way into our hearts. His name was Captain Tom. Raising millions for the NHS, we were inspired by his plight. So filled with admiration, well, the Queen, she made him a knight. And then the news that the vaccine was ready and would be administered ever so quick. Little old ladies queuing up in a smile, eagerly awaiting a prick. Christmas came and Christmas went, and revealed our greatest fears, when Boris announced we'd be locked down again and left us all in tears. Our New Year's celebrations all abandoned in Tier 4. In a year of utter shambles, it's the final ruddy straw. So bugger off, 2020. I'll be glad to see you pass. I think that we would all agree you've been a right royal pain in the arse. The end. I, of course, continue to wish you well for a cheerier 2021. This is Nobby Chafe signing off. Cheers.